Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. In the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. There are times in life where we feel like we are coming from behind. If you grew up without a mother, without a father, you grew up in, humble situations, there are a lot of things where we can feel like we are behind the curve. We're behind. And that can work for us, especially if you're dealing with health issues and you're overcoming health issues. It's harder for you to do a lot of little simple things that someone else may be able to do without even thinking about it, right? It may be a challenge for you. And so sometimes we can feel like it takes more for us to do the little things. So we're coming from behind. We have to fight harder. We have to work harder at it. We pay a larger price to do something simple like washing your dishes, right? And that can work for you. That actually could be a good thing. And a lot of it is your mindset and the way that you look at things. You have to choose to look at it as a beneficial thing and not a hindering type of a thing. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to make it work for you. Sometimes when I say that, we're going through and overcoming and conquering these health issues, right? And I can say, but in some ways it works for us. And sometimes people can be like, what you mean it worked for you, right? There's a lot in that when I say that, but one of the ways that it works for you is what we're going to talk about today. When I have found, at least in my life, and I could say that I know several people who would agree with this statement from their perspective and their experiences in their life. But what I found in my life is that there have been some challenges that I have had. Some things that you would think should be standard that I lacked. And I learned from those experiences because they caused me to push harder, to try harder, to go for it, to be more diligent, more consistent, more persistent, right? Now, I understand that you can have some things where there's lacking and it's challenging, some obstacles that come your way. And there's a lot of people, you all, who choose to falter, to step back, and to use that as a crutch or a reason for them not to overcome, to achieve, or to put forth great effort. Some try to put forth some effort, they get knocked back a little bit and they say, oh well. But then there's some of us, you guys, we're the successful people in life who say, you know what I'm going through, what I've experienced is not going to hold me back. It's going to cause me to strive even harder. And health issues, health challenges have been some of those things in my life that has helped me to do that, because I have always refused to allow what I'm going through to dictate my life, to alter the course of my life, or to become the focal point of my life. Now, it takes me a lot more to do the things that I do. I struggle to do the things in my everyday life, right? But I am determined to not allow that to hinder me or to hold me back. And because I have that perspective and that mindset and that determination, you guys, it has allowed me to overcome and conquer some things and to strive so hard to where the things that we've accomplished, the things that my family's doing, the things that I've done, it has allowed me to achieve some things that not only should I have not been able to achieve what I've gone through, but the average ordinary person who doesn't have the same obstacles, the same hindrances, haven't been able to achieve those things. I have become a super achiever, right? I have become one who has excelled in a lot of areas, you guys, that life would say I should not have been able to excel in, where people who don't have those challenges have faltered. It can work for us. Sometimes when you have the mentality that what you're going through is something you're going through, but not who you are, when you don't see it as a hindrance, but you allow it to be a motivator, and you see it, you like, there's a wall there. Some people say, there's a wall, I gotta stop. Some people say, there's a wall there, well, maybe I can figure out how to go around it. Maybe I can go over it. Maybe I can go under it. And some of us say, you know what? Hey, let's just go straight through it, right? Those people who succeed in life are the people who don't allow the wall to stop them, that will find a way to get over it, under it, around it, or through it, right? And they accomplish so much more in life, and they live a life that's more vivid than other people at times. It can work for you. Don't allow what you're going through to be a hindrance in your mind to say, oh, I can't because of this. Or, and I'm going to tell you, sometimes, it don't feel good. It does not feel good when you're pushing past some things, especially like if you grow up and you didn't have like a lot of men deal with fatherlessness, right? They didn't grow up with a father, and now here they're married and they have kids, and they got to figure out how to do something they've never seen emulated in front of them. There are some who will run away from that and say, you know what, it's too much for me, I can't deal with it. There's some who will sit there and stick it out, but there are some who will say, you know what, I'm gonna be everything I ever wanted, I'm gonna figure this thing out, and they become great fathers and they raise up great children. Likewise in our health, right? There are some who's going to falter, but you don't be the one who falter. We can allow this thing to work for us, to allow us to have a greater sensitivity, right, to the things going on around us, meaning being more sensitive to the subtleness, the subtleties of life, the love, to be able to smell the roses all that much more, to be able to enjoy the finer things in the little things that a lot of people will overlook. But it also helps us to push past some things that should probably have taken us out, to push past some things that would have taken other people out. And when you have that mindset, you guys, you will find that you will conquer and you will overcome. And in the scope of all the people who are going through the things that you're going through, everybody's looking at you because you're at the top realm of it, right? There's some that are going, there's a scope of things. People are going through all the same things you're going through, and there are some that are down here. They're really struggling with this thing, and those are the people who will probably die off soon. There's some that are in the middle trying to focus, but it's a little bit of struggle. And there's some who are living life to the fullest. They're doing better than what that health issue say they should be doing. They're accomplishing and just by leaps and bounds, just leaping and growing, right? And they're breaking every stereotype, everything that disease said that they should be going through. They're conquering it. They're not going through it. They're living life at a greater level. Those are the people who allow what they're going through to work for them. I would suggest to you that you allow what you're going through to work for you. It works for me. You guys, I'm trying to tell you, there's no way that we should have been able to homeschool our children through everything that we've been through. There's no way we should be able to live the way we live. Our family shouldn't be together the way we are. I have a 15 and a 16-year-old who starts college in January. There's no way that should have been able to happen. Not with what we're going through. Did you know that statistically in the United States of America, that the percentage of people who are going through health issues, who are disabled, who have sickness and disease, is a very small percentage compared to the population of the United States of America. However, that percentage of people make up the largest percent of poverty in America. That's crazy. A small group of people make up the largest percent of people who are impoverished. Statistically, if you're going through a health issue, right, you're not supposed to be able to make it financially. Your family is supposed to be torn apart. They have all these negative statistics that are you. I'm going to tell you, like someone told me many years ago, don't be a negative statistic. Don't allow that to be you. And how you not allow that to be you is you allow what you're going through to work for you. Let it work for you. And all things, remember, do you. Until next time. Bye.